Britons have lashed out at the SNP after a politician claimed a hard border between England and Scotland would create jobs. SNP candidate for Galloway and West Dumfries Emma Harper was questioned over how a hard border would work between England and Scotland. The party pledged Scotland would remain part of the British Common Travel Area if they secured independence from the UK. Ms. Harper sparked outrage after she claimed the SNP wanted the softest of borders and said a border between the countries would create jobs. She said, "If a border will work, we can show that a border will work. There are issues that have been brought to my attention that show that jobs can be created if a border is created." But Ms. Harper's has been ridiculed after Britons called out her ridiculous claim, with one person calling her a buffoon. One Daily Express reader said, "I hope Scottish people realise that if there is a hard border between England and Scotland, then as an independent country they would require passport and visas to enter England. The same goes for working in England. They would be required to have a work permit, and on top of all that, all Scottish people living in England would need to get indefinite leave to remain and have settled status. There would be customs checks at any border, and no automatic right of entry. I know people will say this works both ways, and so it does, but it would be much worse for Scotland, as more Scots live and work in England than the other way round." Someone else said, "Deluded, and this person wants to represent decent Scots. God help you," while another mocked her and said, "The SNP plans are laughable. They can't be serious." Another person pointed out if an independent Scotland rejoins the EU, they would need customs checkpoints too. They said, "If Scotland joins the EU and the customs union, not only will they need physical borders, but the EU will insist on customs checkpoints too. Considering most of their trade is with the UK, then where will that lead an independent Scotland? Into the mire, I think. Still, their students will get access to the Erasmus scheme, and the rest of the union will better off financially by ditching the Barnett formula and reaping the rewards of a mass exodus of companies to the south. Be very careful of what you wish for Scotland." Someone else branded the Scottish First Minister as a scheming, calculated, divisive, lying creature. Another person mocked, "They are certainly right. A border between Scotland and the rest of the UK will provide loads of jobs for the UK as Scottish companies move south out of Scotland." A report by the Institute for Government also claimed Scottish independence would result in a hard border being put in place with England in trade terms. This would mean goods from England crossing the border would have to be checked, similar to the Northern Ireland Protocol arrangements. Responding, Scottish First Minister Nicola Sturgeon pledged she didn't want a hard border with the UK and said, "I don't want a border. I have never wanted a border. I don't want a hard border in the future. There would be no hard border in terms of people. Obviously, in terms of goods and services, our priority would be to keep trade flowing.